All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Koimonogatari, Episode 1.
All right, so we moved on from things with Shinobu. And
more importantly, the last stutter.
Yeah. Hachikuji.
There's going to be a point when I actually address that did happen and sort of, come to terms with it.
Yeah.
But
it is not this day.
Not this day.
It is not
today.
Day. We move on to Hitagi End.
Yes.
Which means it's time for me to wear this shirt with apropos reason. So, what do we get from this?
Well, koi, I looked it up, means love, apparently, so that makes a lot of sense then.
We're dealing with the love of our Ragi's
right,
life
exactly.
Right now.
And end because she is end game? Or just the fact that, there's going to become some crazy new development? I would normally think that would mean that they were going to get married or something, but aren't they a little young for that? I don't know.
All right.
I'm curious.
Right. Yeah. And y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everyone, we're going to be starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh,
Eclipse. Okay.
Light. Oh!
And this classic track.
Oh, Kaiki. Yes, that is true.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, that's meta.
Yeah.
Oh! Ah! Kekakudori. What the? Oh, I'm really excited for this.
Okay. Oh.
Whoa. Dang.
Okay.
Huh. Whoa. 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 Jeez. All right, Kaiki.
Okay.
All right, new OP. Whoa, what?
Okay.
Yes! Yes!
All right. Yeah.
What?
What if this was actually post-high school, showing Araragi and Senjukahara together afterwards? And that's why it was the last story. Filters, okay. Now, Kaiki is displayed very prominently here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Snake strangling a crab? Okay.
Oh, dang.
Or is this actually just going to show the end of the school year? But it said end of second term, so...
Wow.
Reason to keep on living.
I love that OP.
That was wonderful. What does it mean?
Oh, this is where everything's gonna end.
Yeah.
And
Oh, in Kyoto.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, and are Senjukahara and Araragi here on a date or something?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That double maybe there.
Oh, to deceive.
Huh.
Wait.
That's a lie.
Is she wanting to, like, surprise Araragi or something? Senshoko.
Nice, nice.
Wait. Wow. He's sending her way in the wrong
Yeah, yeah.
direction.
Oh. My regards.
Wow.
All right, Kaiki.
Okay.
Yes. The music has been
They're just gonna meet at the airport, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. No clue at all.
Yep.
Right.
And okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
I love it. Now, one of the other things I love about this is that Kaiki, the person that is always skimps and doesn't want to waste money,
Right.
flew to Okinawa and set
Yeah.
things up so that he would have to fly to Okinawa.
Yeah. Well,
Not
I mean,
cheap.
he was lying, so he got.
Oh yeah.
And in his Hawaiian shirt.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
amazing. Aw. Oh my gosh. These two goobers, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm. Or is she just talking about his nature that he wouldn't be able to pass something like this up?
Oh. Aww.
Cool. Ah. Okay.
Who and where? Yes.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I see. Okay.
New Year's Day.
Aragi is otherwise indisposed. Or is that something that you'd do? Ah.
Right, right. No, not really, no. Uh-huh.
His literal heart. Ah.
Eh. Well, yeah, no. Yeah.
Because she gonna kill him. Ah, right. Her too, yeah.
For the most part, he's like, It's very scary, very ominous. Okay. Wow. Dang. Okay.
All
She's
right.
resolved. But Kaiki, you're her secret weapon. All right. Yeah, no big deal, Kaiki. Ah. Mm-hmm. This scene has so much dramatic stuff dripping from it, and then I see Sendra go that every time.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, she's younger. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yerp.
Well, okay, yes.
Right. But.
Yes. Oh. Whoa. Dang.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
It's crushing me. All right. This is your mission. Help me. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You can do that much, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Mm. That was the whole responsibility thing earlier.
Yeah.
Ha! Oh.
Oh, no.
Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa! I love how the disguise glasses are changing.
Hmm. And it shows everything upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Yep. No. Oh. Yes, good.
Good
Good
job,
job.
Kaiki.
Oh my god, Kaiki, I love you.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, really? Oh.
He's already working the case.
Yeah. Come on, Kaiki.
Oh, interesting. Yes.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh, Kanbaru?
Kambaru.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you were looking for people connected to that family, right? Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, then his connection to her family is huge.
Yeah.
Like, because that was his reason for kind of entering into the story, was looking for information regarding their family there. Oh, is that Oshino?
I think so.
Oh.
Huh.
Aragi.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Shinobu on the TV there.
Right.
Ai bokura no. Oh, that was cool. That's gonna say Fire Sisters!
Yes.
Whoa. Dang. Oh. The age of ponytails. Oh, no.
Wow.
All right. Well, this was a funny episode.
Yeah.
This was some classic, but also fun with a twist, Monogatari humor. Kaiki focus.
And Kaiki has a perspective
Right.
character.
So we get his inner thoughts.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Right. And Kaiki the liar, Kaiki the con man, Kaiki the one that's basically like, truth, lie. Where does it fall within this story?
Indeed.
And what point will I just decide to not speak the truth?
Right.
Quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, and saying
up to you to figure that out.
Right, and the idea that, he's meta sort of telling the audience that, all that stuff about how, like, sometimes the perspective character isn't reliable. Well, with me, I will intentionally be unreliable.
Right.
So, and then, what does all of that mean and everything? How can you read into that?
The main thing that we know is that when you have a character that is a liar, a chronic liar, one of the most common ways in which they lie is to themselves.
Yes.
Yes. And if we're going to have Kaiki be a perspective character, that means he's going to have some kind of problem.
Yep. And
that needs to be resolved in some way. And I would say a lot of his is actually that he's a really sad guy. Like, not emotionally sad, but like
well,
he's not living his best life.
And also
things could be better.
Yeah, like the whole thing of like, maybe I'll find somebody here,
Yeah.
I also think that it's something where, and you brought this up so nicely of the lying to themselves, right?
Yeah.
Is that which makes it so perfect for him and Senjukahara to be in a room together because they're both tsunderes, right? Yes. They like so Senjukahara is wearing this disguise glasses set, right? As a means of many reasons, but one of them being outer shell, a method of indirection, and so that she's not actually going back to that old place where she was before when she asked for his help, right?
Yeah.
Because she's a different person now. Kaiki. Where to start? Because he wants to help. And yet, he needs to make sure that he's getting something out of it. Like, it feels very Merchant of Venice kind of, Shylock, like, being like, I mean, I want to help you, but I need to make sure that I'm being taken care of too. And what do I do here? And the way he goes into this soliloquy of sorts with himself, where it's just like, so.
Yes, everything in the bathroom was amazing. Let's just build up to that a little bit here.
Okay.
So he ends up getting a call from her, and she's like, "Hey, I need your help." And he's like, I don't know anyone by that name. Kaiki, who's that? I'm Suzuki. Yes,
right.
Because yes, wordplay and Japanese kanji. And she's just like, "Oh, okay, cool. So you're Suzuki. That means I'm Sensho Gahara." And he's like, "Wait, who, where?" What? Oh, okay. Like, there's this aspect of Kaiki that I genuinely like, and I think that he in some way feels like he's a little bit at war with himself internally.
Sure.
With also what is real and what's not. So like, it's like if he's having this as a comedy thing, it's extra funny. But if it's anything more than that, like if there's any kind of depth to it, to his character, it feels really sad, because then you're like, oh buddy, like you're really unable to tell the truth from the lie. That's literally why you live your life as a con man. And then he's like, well, because of that dumb lie that I did, I have to fly all the way to Okinawa, which you're right, that means he had to spend tons of money to actually make it there.
There's a part of me that wonders if with Kaiki's lies and the way that he talks about himself and the kind of person that he is that something where that's actually the truth, or that's a lie that he tells to himself in order to make himself sort of rise to the occasion, because of his whole amazing, statement of that the liar that imitates something is more valuable than the real deal, right? Because they put in all the effort to do that. So with things like, say, like he's very frugal, right? But in this case, he flies to Okinawa, right? Because he told a lie. Is that something where that was just part of the banter and he felt compelled to lie, so that happened? Maybe. Or is it potentially something where he also maybe feels guilty and there's some like penance associated with it?
Yeah, he mentioned atonement later, which it didn't really seem as much that she was bringing it up as atonement. So maybe this is what he's kind of looking for.
And while all the things that he talks about in the bathroom later are very much like, He says no to all of these things that would seem to be, maybe important. He does bring them up, and then
I think that scene, if you like vibe with me on this, I feel like that scene was to tell us where, in some ways, some of his motivations have been that are in the background that we might have like moved on from like taking note of, because it's been so long since he came into the story. And when he came into the story, Kambaru and her family was his like main reason for showing up, and we never got resolution on that.
That's true.
So I think him showing that none of these other things matter that much. Oh, but Kambaru, who's like barely even remotely connected to this whole thing, yes, absolutely. So there's something there that they're going to unveil, uncover, and give us his perspective on. And that's I think the point of that scene. I mean, do you have any other things that you see as being like a really big?
Well,
sorry, specifically the why he, different characters.
Yeah, I feel it's that, and along with that, it's the part of the thing of he needs to maintain his own lie that this is the kind of person that he is.
Oh yes.
So he's basically bargaining with himself.
Right. It's the self-lie.
Right. What's something that I can get out of this, right? Because I do actually I do actually want to do this.
But I don't need
But I don't need to. It's not forcing me to, right? So but can I come up with something? But the thing is, he's having the conversation. If he didn't care about it, he wouldn't have the conversation.
Right.
But he's digging deep and he's thinking, is there a way that I can make it so that this is something that I have to do in order to be consistent with the lie that I've created for myself, that I'm working my ass off to keep real.
Right. It is more painful for him to admit to Senjugahara that he wants to do this, than to come up and spend all this time in the bathroom, like banging his head against the wall, being like, what is the thing that's forcing me to do this?
Yeah.
And I love that all these other characters where he could have a legitimate reason for, he's like, nope, that's not enough. But Kambaru and her connection to this, which we'll probably find out about what that is, which is funny because then we had another thing in a previous bit that was also building up Kambaru's role in something that she ends up helping Gain with via Araragi, who's helping Gain because of the thing that happened.
Right.
So
and I would not be surprised at all if they ended up having it be where Gain specifically wanted to meet Kanbaru because she knew that that would be necessary
in order to set up maybe Kambaru for Kaiki.
Yeah, whatever is going to happen here.
Because that's
or
the
something.
thing, is that if you think about what Gain is in the stories, she is the chess player. The really asshole chess player. Like, hey, kids, I need you to move this way so you can move this way. Right. Because she's got her precognitive, like, outside of time kind of abilities or what have you. So
is she doing that just so that there is a connection, an actual connection of some way, shape, or form? Like well,
Kaiki showed up before that.
Right. But he is more interested in Gain than he is in Kanbaru, right? And Kanbaru seems to be the excuse that he came up with for the connection to Gain as for how he'll get something worthwhile out of this deal.
Right, in the present. But when it was in the past, back in Nisei, and he showed up, he was more interested in Kambaru's mother.
Right, because she's the sister of Gain. Right.
Yes. Yeah. But it was, I think, maybe I'm wrong, but wasn't it the person of Kambaru's mother specifically? It might actually just bring it up in the episode here.
Well, I mean, it's still something where it wasn't because it was Kanbaru's mother, right? It was because Kanbaru's mother is related to Kaiki, or related to Gain, because there was a point where he says like the Suruga, her mother, who is like something like is worth remembering because she's like the sister of Gain or something like that.
Come to think of it, that town is where she is the niece of Gain Senpai. In other words, the daughter with which to remember Gain Senpai's older sister, Gain Toei, lives there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay.
But that could mean theoretically that because Gain knows everything, in asking to meet Kanbaru, she's wanting to make there actually be some stronger connection, excuse, whatever, so that way Kaiki can actually get something out of this and maintain his whole lie that he has. Like, that might not be it. It might be something else. Like, it could tie into Kanbaru's eventual, like, second arc, which we'll probably get at some point. But,
yeah.
But I would not be surprised if that had something to do with it, too, because that would be a nice way to tie into Gain knowing everything.
Right. In a lot of ways, what this kind of arc it seems to be is the setup for what will be one of the last classic Monogatari arcs we'll get with Araragi and one of the main girls kind of working together as a team.
Okay.
Unless there's a lot more like that, because I haven't been keeping track of how many episodes are left in Monogatari.
Right,
we've gone through quite a few.
We have, and we've established that Hanakawa is overseas, so that's probably going to be her arc. Kanbaru's arc seems to be like it'll involve Gain, but it won't necessarily involve Araragi. It could.
No, it's specific. There's specifically going to be a part where Araragi and Kanbaru are supposed to be working together.
Oh no, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, if anything, it might just involve Shinobu in addition. To that as well. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But Kaiki getting focus here, I wonder how long this arc's going to go. Because given that this is happening at New Year's, we have a limited amount of time before graduation and basically final death. Everything goes
74 days.
Crazy. Yeah. So if Kaiki's whole goal is to deceive Sengoku, and he's someone that's tied all the way back to early summer with regards to how all this went down here, we could be getting a lot of stuff where things that happened, I wouldn't know if they'd actually make it any kind of jumps back specifically to kind of giving focus to those scenes with the junior high people getting all the curses and the things and stuff that. But
probably not, because they're not named characters. So
right, but Nadeko getting deceived successfully, I think in some ways has to happen for this arc to have like some kind of meaning, like a
lie to fix a lie kind of a thing.
Right, and it feels very poetic that he would come back to help Senjugahara as her secret weapon, given his role in, her past.
Else. Yeah.
So, given that there's so much foundation before this point in the story, I feel like this is going to be either one of the most fun or like one of the most impactful, like little like tertiary arcs, because like I didn't think Kaiki was going to have any more agency in the story.
Yeah, me neither.
Like his bit when he finished things with Senjugahara and Araragi, that was really powerful.
Right,
that was really good.
Like we might get to see him every once in a while at a donut shop, skimping on what he's buying and whatnot.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I love that Senjugahara, in her desperation, going to this guy, it's not probably something she, was excited about.
Oh, definitely not.
Probably not something that she was looking forward to. So in some ways, all this banter and, play acting and fun stuff here might be so she gets some enjoyment out of it because she's kind of toying with him.
Well,
and
in a lot of ways, I mean, like they're both toying with each other, and yet they're not, and yet they're toying with themselves. Like one of the things that I love here is all the different times that they threw the drink in the other's face. Right?
Yes, they were very important.
Kaiki's was especially awesome because it's like no, and that's again to show that while he may be a con man and all that stuff, he does care, even though he has the tenets of being a con man that he adheres to incredibly strictly, right?
Yeah.
But then there are the things where like Senjugahara will say something, or Kaiki will say something, and that will result in a glass of orange juice getting thrown in his face, right? And then he immediately calls the waitress for another, right? And it doesn't faze him, right?
Right.
It seems like the kind of thing where he's basically willing to accept the consequences, if you will, of the things that he does, and yet he holds no ill will about it, but he also keeps doing it. Like the fact that she said, like Senjugahara says, don't treat me like a child, right? And then he immediately like rubs salt in that wound, and she clenches her fist, right?
Right.
It's something where I feel like it just builds up even more the idea that Kaiki is living his own lie, that he has to bend over backwards in order to make sure that he sticks to it, right? Because it would have been so easy to just, change the way he was acting, right? And have it go a bit more smoothly. And that's probably one of the issues that they had in the past, because this very much felt like it was, retreading of old territory.
Oh, it totally was. And
right.
And then the fact that we end up getting that directly called out, I think, showcases his capacity for empathy when he recounts, oh, help me. Those are the words she said 2 years ago. And he says, I wonder how it feels to say the same line to the same person again. And he's literally doing a little bit of the biting the bottom lip of,
Yeah.
This is not something she's enjoying right now.
Uh-huh.
And then he starts projecting the idea of actually saving Senjugahara and Araragi. She's like, that all sounds like one bad joke. Like,
he's like, I'm a fan of bad jokes,
Yeah,
Since
exactly.
I'm not one to dislike bad jokes, yeah.
and he's enjoying this, but I think there's almost this thing where we are led to believe this is actually something that's kind of hard for him as well to handle here. And I want to go out on a limb here, and I think it's that because he cares about Senjugahara, and he doesn't want to show that,
right?
There's moments like this where he's talking about how he wonders how much it feels for her to go through this whole situation again. But I think the story is kind of trying to point out a little bit, wait, I wonder how this feels for him, because he's the perspective character, right? And then the moment where we see the extent of her desperation, something that ties back to their previous interactions together. She said she's so desperate that if I need to, I can sell my own body too. And then he
immediately
throws
the coffee
on her,
yeah.
which, I mean, coffee is hotter than, coffee is more painful probably than orange juice. So it's like,
it could have been iced coffee.
It could have been iced coffee. That's true. But then immediately he's like, okay, now where's the bathroom? Because I need to think here.
This is serious, right?
So I think at that moment, this became something where he was going to do it no matter what.
But he had to find the excuse.
Yeah, so he goes to the bathroom because this is important to him. And I think it has to come from a place of feeling more so than just the logic of this being something where there's some kind of ode thing or what have you. This whole experience made him feel things that he was not enjoying. And so he kept playing up the banter and everything like that to get something out of it in the present moment. And then when she reveals how desperate she is, obviously, I mean, he's like, oh, someone's going to kill you. Oh, well, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and it's a god, too. Oh, but does she have the... Okay, all right. But then it's, oh, no. I'm actually desperate because maybe she's serious. I mean, maybe she's not serious, but I think he was...
Senjigahara is a pretty serious person.
I think he was taking this seriously, but it was... Once we see the scene transition this hard here, we realize, oh, it must be a big deal now for him.
Right.
Because this was the moment where he had already resolved to make the decision
and now
to
he's
do
just saying, how can I jimmy this? How can I jury rig it so that way it doesn't go against the nature that I've put on for myself.
Right. And I love that this is all probably done from his perspective, if he is this kind of torn up inside, that he actually feels like he's trying to make sure he is telling himself the truth. This whole thing from his perspective might be that he's needing to do these things because he's like, yeah, I need to find a reason. Yes, and I don't want to lie to myself and do it for a reason that I don't really want.
Sure.
So it must be a legitimate reason.
Yeah.
Even though he's already decided kind of to do it.
Yeah.
So it makes the Kambaru stuff even more important.
Yeah, it needs to be a legitimate reason. Oh.
But there does need to be a reason.
You just desperately want to. Well, see, yes, that is a reason. But how about if we got a different reason? Because I don't want it to be that reason.
Yeah. That reason involves emotion and pain that I'm not really a fan of.
Yeah.
If any of this is like remotely accurate with what we're getting here from Kaiki, I am in love with his character. Like, even more now.
Like he was already great in the scenes that he was in.
Right. But he was a very background kind of...
It felt very much like he's an entertaining character.
Sure.
He's a fun antagonist when he's in that antagonistic kind of role, right?
Yeah,
and he gives some great insights on the whole philosophical side of things,
yes.
right? So awesome, great. That's everything.
He's a unique voice.
Right, exactly.
It's very, very fun to listen to.
Right. But here we get something more, and maybe that's why specifically Kaiki had to be the perspective character. I mean, for the purposes of the story, it probably works a bit better this way, but also this being his resolution to his character in a lot of ways too, right? Because now that we're getting closer to the end, we got to resolve everybody, and they don't necessarily have to get an arc with their name in order to get resolved, right? So we got that with Hachikuji.
Oh, this is sad. He's the least important character.
Yeah.
So he has to be resolved first. Oh. So Hitagi end.
It's his end with Hitagi kind of a thing.
I have theories, but I want to save them for more information. I want to save them for more information.
He still cares about Senjigahara.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, definitely. Right. Yeah.
Are you going for the he still loves Senjigahara? Like,
well, and that maybe that's something that he himself is needing to sort of let go of or get resolved or something. Yeah. Right. Which would then be very fitting for him to be helping with Nadeko.
Koimonogatari, Jacob.
Well, Koimonogatari, yeah. But for him to be helping with Nadeko because that was her problem as well, right? So if he's deceiving someone that got into this state because of that, right? Now he's not the kind of person that would end up dealing with it in the same way that Nadeko did, right?
Right.
But that's something where there's a parallel there. So,
ooh, I love it. I want I want this to be a good, solid arc, not just like 2 episodes. I want this to be at least 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Like we've gotten with a bunch of the previous ones. Or
Yeah, I get the feeling it's probably going to be at least 3
4.
or 4. Like, I can't really see how it would be less than that, because they did one whole episode just to
have the conversation of starting the mission, basically.
Right, exactly. Like, because Kaiki's a stubborn...
He's a tsundere.
Yeah, he's a tsundere.
So, y'all, new mini arc, main arc, we'll see, Monogatari, Koimonogatari. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion, though, right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. Any level support gets you access to our Discord, so you can chat with us in the community there about anime, shows. There's a whole community that's really passionate about Monogatari in there, so you can get involved with them in there. You can talk with Jacob also, though, about the book that he wrote.
That's right. If somehow this is your first time hearing about it,
yes,
I wrote a sci-fi novel called Battle Lines. It's available for purchase on Amazon. Link in the description below. It's in hardback and ebook, so whichever works best for you, go check it out.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.